Hey, all you weather geeks, it's weather for weather geeks. I've got geek number one, Mike Joyce here. Geek number two, that's me, or maybe I'm one, you're two,
Yeah,
whatever.
whatever. Numbers aren't important.
Yeah, we're into the weather, and so I hope you had a good weekend. We had a very November-like weekend, that's for sure.
Right.
You mentioned that over in Mansfield, it was legitimate snow that was seen over there.
Right, yeah. My mom is a letter carrier over there. She had about 5 minutes of big, puffy balls of snowflakes.
Holy cow!
Yeah.
Around here it was mostly some sort of combination of soft hail or grapple or sleet, or there's any number of things you could probably call it, but it was something frozen
Right.
falling from the sky, and it was only October or whatever it was, 4th. When those showers came through mid-afternoon, they were bringing down enough cold air with them out of the mid-levels of the atmosphere that it dropped into the 30s
39,
in the
yeah.
middle of the afternoon.
It was rough coming in, I'll tell you what.
Yeah, that's it's too early in the year for that kind of
Yeah.
thing. And of course, when things like that happen, or we have a big cool stretch in the summer, the question that pops into most people's heads is, does this mean something for the winter? Winter's starting already. Does that mean it's going to be a terrible winter? And the answer in most cases is no. There's not really a correlation.
Right.
By the way, we are going to issue a seasonal forecast this year here at 21 News, a winter forecast. It's going to be sometime in probably early November. I think we're all going to have kind of a hand in it in our department, and so I hope you join us for that here in a few weeks. I'll drop a little hint on you. Odds do not favor it being a warm winter. Now, how cold? Comparable to last year? Comparable to the worst winters ever? That sort of thing. We'll get to that in a few weeks. But odds do not favor it being a warmer than average winter this time around. So we'll be bringing you that forecast here in a few weeks. Well, it's in terms of average, pretty close to that this afternoon, and we've got thickening clouds. We had some sunshine this morning.
We did, yeah. When I was driving in, I got here around 9:40, and it was sunny.
Yeah. Well, that ended in a hurry.
Yeah.
We're in Northeast Ohio and Western PA, after all. It wants to be cloudy more than it wants to be sunny. And we do have some rain coming in as we speak. Here's a look at the 2 o'clock hour temperatures. Back down to 60 in Youngstown, and definitely some rain-cooled air. Columbus, Zanesville, Parkersburg, it's back in the 50s down there. Take off the temperatures and actually put this radar in motion, give you a sense as to how this is all moving. This is all kind of sweeping in from southwest to northeast. Bear with us as our wonderfully fast internet connection loads up the radar here. Here we go. All kind of southwest to northeast. So we're going to get wet after school, after work for a lot of places this afternoon. There's an outside chance we get a little thunder and lightning here and there, but I guess it's pretty remote chance. It's interesting. The Storm Prediction Center out in Oklahoma does have the enhanced or elevated risk, the yellow area, up into southern Ohio this afternoon. We're even in the green area, which is just the general thunderstorm, low risk kind of an area. But with the temperatures the way they are, and there's just not much instability. We're not real hip or keen on there being much lightning and thunder. But I guess I can't totally rule it out. In fact, we can go ahead and take a look real quick at a couple of the indices that we look at. Here's the CAPE, convective available potential energy. Right now, again, it'll take a second to load. This is something we look at as, how unstable is the atmosphere? How much energy is available for a thunderstorm to feed off of? And as you can see, there's a few blotches here and there where it's in the blue, which is getting up, a couple hundred joules per kilogram, which just isn't much.
Right.
It's definitely a little higher, though, southwest of us, western Kentucky, along the Ohio River down there. And there's just not much instability at all where we have this rain-cooled air in much of Ohio. As far as wind shear this afternoon, we can take a look at that. Not a ton locally, but certainly some higher shear. And when we talk about wind shear, Mike, if you're a real weather geek, you know this, but it's the difference in either the wind direction or the wind speed as you go up through the atmosphere. So when we say shear, that's one of those things that we're talking about. And I can throw up just for the heck of it the supercell parameter this afternoon, which kind of combines all these severe weather indices, gives you a parameter of any number of things. How high is it determines how high the chance is for supercell thunderstorms. And it's definitely elevated down here in lower Ohio River Valley, Tennessee Valley, Mississippi Valley, but not much up here. So bottom line, what you take away from this, our chance for thunder, not that high. Our chance for severe weather, even lower this afternoon. Let's throw up the latest high-resolution rapid refresh model, or the HRRR. This will be the simulated radar we're showing you. In other words, what the radar should look like as we go through time. Fast forward here to, let's go ahead to 4 o'clock this afternoon. And yeah, we're going to be getting wet in a lot of spots. No surprise there based on the current radar. Actually, then we'll go forward a couple of hours. Here's 6 o'clock, some showers around. There might be some thunder trying to mix in with this, especially down towards Wheeling and Parkersburg, places like that. As we head past sunset this evening into the overnight, here's 8 p.m., 9 p.m. Yeah, there's probably going to be a shower here and there. But I think the wettest part of the day overall, would you say 3 to 7? Something
Right,
like that?
right. That looks like a good range. Yeah.
Yeah, something along those lines. Then we've got another round of rain heading our way tomorrow. Let's fast forward to tomorrow morning. This is when we're probably in between systems tomorrow morning, but look off to the west. Here's another little system coming down from northwest to southeast. So no rain tomorrow morning at the bus stop, but as we get into the afternoon, here's 4 p.m. Here it comes, another batch of rain coming our way for tomorrow afternoon. And there could even be some lightning and thunder here and there, especially south of us with this tomorrow afternoon. Let's throw up what the NAM Cape values look like tomorrow afternoon. And yeah, mostly I-70 south. The instability is enough where there could be a little thunder mixed in with this. So plan on another wet end to the day tomorrow, but the start of the day, much like today, should be okay. Finish things up with tomorrow evening at 8 p.m. And there it is, more rain. So, it's going to rain a couple of occasions over the next couple of days. Then what happens beyond that? I think Wednesday is a pretty good day. This is Wednesday. That storm system's pushing away. Still some cool air around the lakes, and there'll be some clouds around, I suspect, but probably no showers on Wednesday. So we get into Thursday then, especially late in the day again. Looks like another front's tracking our way. Some model differences on where exactly this ends up, but I think there's at least a somewhat decent chance of getting wet again on Thursday, heading into the afternoon and evening. What's our current forecast for Thursday? We've got a 30 to 40.
30 in the evening, yeah.
So we'll take a look what the other models have to say this afternoon, see if we need to leave that alone or increase it. The current GFS does have, then on Friday, the front being sluggish enough that there's probably rain still for a time on Friday. Again, there's been some model shenanigans going on with this as to how fast this front gets away. Some models, including last night's European model, push it away and Friday's dry. So we'll see what the new version of that has this afternoon to see what we need to do with Friday's forecast. And at this point, I would say no matter what happens at the end of the week, weekend's pretty good, right?
Right, yeah. Moderate, seasonable, temperatures in the mid-60s. Can't beat that in October.
Yeah, exactly. Looks like a nice weekend to do a leaf peeping. We're in the low to moderate, I'd say moderate range in terms of our foliage at this point.
Mm-hmm.
We'll have an updated foliage map for you on 21 News tonight, 6 and 11. As far as long-range temperatures go, here's the 16-day GFS. Don't take this verbatim. It's not the gospel. It's only one set of models, and it won't get every day exactly right, but we can look at the trends here. After being in the mid-60s to start things out, we get a little cool down. This might be a little overdone with temperatures in the mid-50s at the end of this week, but then the trend is definitely up for the weekend and beyond. And again, even if this is a little underdone, we might make a run into the mid of maybe upper 60s first half of next week. Something to look forward to there. So it's October. We're going to see these ups and downs.
Right.
It's a month of transitions. Our average high drops from the mid-60s to the mid-50s during this month. So it's a real roller coaster ride. It's kind of like March and April, transitional season. This is what you can expect, a lot of back and forth. All right, that's weather for Weather Geeks on this, what is today? Monday. It's only Monday. Hope you have a good rest of the day. Follow Mike on Facebook and Twitter. Your Twitter handle is?
At Mike Joyce, WFMJ.
Yes, and you put meteorologist in front of his name to find him on Facebook. And I'll see you tonight on 21 News at 6 and 11. Have a good day.